Hello, Internet. I'm Josaway, and this is Portal Reloaded. This is a free community-made mod for Portal 2, which was released in August of 2021, so about a year and a half ago. I have been meaning to play it for a while. I wanted to check it out and try it. Apparently, it's a much more complicated puzzle set, a version of the game that introduces a third portal, which deals with time travel. And you can see here in the menu screen where it's sort of toggling back and forth between a timeline where everything is sort of overgrown and broken down and where it was in its original pristine testing condition. So I don't know much more about it than that. Let's dive in and see what the game has to offer. There we can see more of the toggling back and forth. Very interested to see how they use this mechanic.
Hello, test subject.
4509.
You have been in stasis for
16
days and
4.
decades.
It's a lot of bodies on the wall.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Long-Term Human Storage Vault. You have been selected to take part in a very special testing course. Federal regulations require us to inform you that the testing ahead may result in slight cases of
Sore throat.
or
Blurry vision.
or
Death.
if you experience any of the aforementioned side effects, please do not hesitate to write them down in your test report.
So again, this is a free mod. It's available to anybody who has a copy of Portal 2. It does require the base game, but the mod itself is free to play. So if you like what you see in this series, you can always give it a shot yourself, but
This
obviously...
vacuum tube will take you to your testing area. You will be further instructed there.
Obviously, if you watch the whole thing, you'll see me solve all the puzzles. Or that's my plan,
Good luck.
anyway. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also curious whether they managed to recapture that sort of satirical maliciousness that GLaDOS had in the first couple games. There go some cubes. Pretty impressive series of vacuum tubes here.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center. These automated messages will guide you through your test today. The door in front of you is programmed to open in approximately
20.
years. This test can be solved in 2 different ways. Option 1. Wait patiently. Option 2. Time travel to the future. The choice is yours. However, if you prefer time travel, the Enrichment Center will provide you the means to pursue that option. The time portal will open and testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my, okay. So the green rectangle, that's the time travel portal. Now what's interesting here...
Sensors indicate that you have not yet stepped through the time portal.
Yeah, that's true. It's interesting that the other side of it is pointing back that direction.
You have still not traveled through time. Please enter the time portal.
Okay, alright. Well, now I'm curious to see what happens if I just stay here and don't. I'll just
To
crouch.
help you decide, the Enrichment Center is going to provide you with 2 new options. Option 1. Step through the time portal. Option 2. Die from thirst. The choice is yours.
Alright, I think maybe they've made their point. It is a positive development to me that they're kind of recognizing player action and commenting on it in that fashion. That is thematically resonant with the original game.
Welcome to the future. Time traveling through portals will be an essential part of this testing course. In order to help you distinguish between the present and the future, this part of the Enrichment Center has been left untouched for the last
20.
years. You may see some signs of decay. Don't worry, the Enrichment Center is designed to withstand centuries without proper maintenance.
Oh dear.
Find a way to exit the chamber.
Okay. Well, they've closed that path off behind us. So we can see a lot of tiles here. We can see the glue kind of fell out from the ceiling. And we've got overgrowth of nature. There is a way out there. That's the sky, right? So technically, if we could find a way to climb up there, we could get out. But I suppose that's not likely to be possible. Now, if I hit E, okay. That's going to fire up this portal, which will take us back to the past. All right.
Welcome back to the present. If you are ever unsure which timeline you're in, simply observe your environment. The present should always look a bit cleaner than the future.
Okay. Well, now, what is this over here? Oh, I have a zoom. Interesting. I don't remember that. So there is a my mouse wheel will zoom in and let me kind of take a close look at things, I guess. Okay. So for example, here, the highlighted icon is "Do not drink the water." Interesting. 1 of 25 here in Aperture Labs, some other portion of the Enrichment Center. This is pretty good so far. So we're still in the present. We didn't travel through a time portal, but things are a little bit...
This Aperture Science test subject teleportation device will dematerialize your body and rematerialize it in the next chamber. This process is absolutely safe. Usually.
Oh, boy. So I was going to say it's a little bit unfinished. Interesting. All right, let's see what's next. Well, that's one chamber completed.
These next chambers will involve cube and button-based testing with the perks of time travel.
Quite a few cubes being shuttled around in these vacuum tubes. It looks like, are those pieces of Wheatley and, yeah, or no, those are, I think those are turret bots, actually. Okay.
A cube placed in the present will appear in the same position in the future.
Makes sense. We got here. Don't get hit in the head with cubes. Okay.
Moving a cube in the present will automatically update the location of the same cube in the future.
Makes sense. Okay, so we can't go through this, or we can't bring the cube through it. I remember that. But if we go through here, then we're on the other side. Huh. Okay. So there's gates here on the central corridor or column. And over here, the gate is further past. So if we go...
These material emancipation grills will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through them, including cubes.
Right, so not too hard, this first puzzle.
This future version of the cube can be moved freely, without affecting its counterpart in the present. It will stay wherever you leave it, as long as the present cube's destiny is not altered in any way.
Makes sense.
Good. Please continue to the next chamber.
So now if we go back to the present and move the cube, the other cube now should no longer be on the button, right? Because it was no longer there when we picked it up and moved it. It was here instead. Very interesting. Okay. So they've added a fourth dimension to the puzzles. And again, we have this kind of unfinished feeling to these corridors. It almost feels like a college theater, like backstage almost, you know? Just raw panels, hasn't really been finished. And we're in the future, so... Oh,
Understanding the concept of cause and effect will be vital to solving the upcoming tests. Simply put, everything you do in the present has an impact on the future, but not the other way around.
Right, that makes sense. That's pretty easy to understand. Okay. So we're in the future, and here's test chamber 3. We need to press both of these buttons, it looks like. So what do we have here? We've got one cube over here. Take this over here, pop that down, right? Okay, and then if we go through to the other side, there's a cube here. And if we pop this down... Oh, wait, this is the one we moved. So wait a minute. If we move this over here, then in the future, it should be on the left, right? Yeah. Okay. But now what? There's only one cube, right? We can't take this through to the future, can we?
Nice try, but bringing a present cube to the future violates the laws of causality and is therefore impossible.
Okay. But can we bring a future cube to the present? I think we can, maybe. All right, so let's pop this one down on the right. Go through. Now we pick this up and take it to the past. That works.
Good thinking. While it is impossible to bring a present cube to the future, this clever trick allows you to have two versions of the same cube in one timeline. This will prove to be very useful in future chambers.
So this is really interesting. We can't actually see the right cube because we've taken it. So it has a destiny to sit there until we take it and bring it through and bring it back here. And sits next to its older self. This cube is 20 years older than that cube. That is really clever. I like this so far. This is really interesting. Okay. So we're in the present. What are we doing here? More cube stuff. Can we get a cube to come down here? Here's a cube, all right. And if we put it over here, that'll lower that down, right? Okay. And then what? Okay, so let's go check out the future, rather. So the cube is still sitting there in the future. If we could somehow disrupt the past cube, that one would go away and we'd get lifted up. But I don't quite see how to do that. If we take it away, yeah. Then what? Then if we wait 20 years on this platform, we'll get to rise up. But that's not good enough. That's not gonna help us. What do we do here? Okay, this is the first one that I'm struggling with a little bit. We can bring the other cube from the future back to the present. That's allowed. Does that help us in some way? Can we throw it? Not really, right? Huh. So if we move this, that cube disappears, right? We can't take present cube to the future. What do we do here to make one of these disappear while we're standing on the thing? I think we need to make one of the cubes disappear while we're standing here. But we can't interact with this cube or that cube while we're standing on the platform. So what do we do here? Do we... Oh, wait, there's a button, too. Okay, hold on. So why did that make that cube disappear? That's still there in the past. Can we maybe do a sprint? So we hit the button and no, that's not going to do it. Okay. A little confused, but we'll figure it out. So let's reinitialize this one. We pick it up and put it down. Now it's there in the future. And if I push the button, what happens to this cube? Anything? That one gets dematerialized. Okay, it comes over here. But wait a minute, is, no, it got dematerialized, so it's not there in the future either. Could we somehow use 2 cubes and just like, climb? I don't think we can jump high enough, right? Maybe. Let's bring this back through. If we drop this here, on top of it, can we now... Oh, we nudged it. We nudged it and it got moved. Interesting, okay. Can we break the platform? If we bring the future cube back and bring it to the present and put it on the button, what happens to the cube that was underneath the platform? Wait, why is it... oh, it won't... It won't drop when there's an obstruction, I guess. Okay. So, what can we do while we're standing here? What can we do while we're standing here that changes it? I can't think of anything. We don't have a gun. There's something up there. There's another button up there. Oh, now I understand. Okay, wait a minute. Can we, how do we get a button on, how do we get something onto that? Right? How do we get something onto that? We need to raise a button up. If we put this up on top of there, like that, and then go grab it from the future, bring it to the present. What happened? Oh, it moved. So even though it should be in the same place on there, I think that was close though. I think that was close to the right answer. Because if we... How would this work? If we place the future cube here, and this came down, and then we stand on it and we move the past cube, that's the solution. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, so we put this right here, right? Put this right here, where we can interact with it while we're standing on the platform. Then we go get future cube. We use that to lower the platform. Platform comes down. As soon as we move this cube, that cube ceases to exist. We raise up, and we're through the puzzle. All right, very cool. Very cool. Okay.
Always remember, if you change the destiny of an object in the present, the future version of that object will be affected as well.
Right.
If this sounds too complicated, you're in luck. The next chamber will only heavily rely on your understanding of this very basic concept.
Okay. Chamber 5. Lots of cubes flying by. Can we get up here? No, we can't jump high enough to get up there. We do have a portal to the future. And if we step on this button, what happens? Some stairs come up. So, standing on the button or pressing the button gets the stairs up. Stepping off the button powers up one of the check marks. We need both check marks powered. Okay. Help each other with a cube. All right. Maybe if we go to the future, we'll see something different. Yes, there's a slant here, so we can get to the button now. So we can get a future box. Now the rules are we can't take this to the past, right? This will get dematerialized. Or no, we can. It's the other way around. You can't take present to the future, but you can take future to the present. All right. So now we can pop this down, right? That's from the future. That box. What we really need to do now is figure out how to press this button. I think that's what we need to do. But let's see what getting up the stairs gets us. Okay, so we can stand here. That's one of the two things we need. So we need to get a box up here. And to have that... oh, wait a minute. There's like a little... interesting. So wait a minute. If I go to the future now, is the box that we brought back? No, it's not here. So even though it's sitting there, it doesn't show up 20 years later. Interesting, interesting. So it remembers that it's the future box and it refuses to loop or something like that. Let's start from this side. Let's re-engage this. So the one in the past or the present should have disappeared now. Yeah, that's gone. Okay. Now we have it in the future. If we pop it on the stairs here, or pop it on the button, we can get up the stairs, right? What does that buy us? Not much. How do we get 2 copies of this box? I guess we can take it back, and we can technically use it to get up there. Up here. Yeah, we can use this to get up here. And as soon as we do this, that box should disappear, I think. Right? Yeah, that box disappears because it's the same box. All right, but now we can get 2 boxes. Because we can pop this here. Then go to the future. Grab it. Bring it back to the present and use it up here. Right? Wait, which one is this? This is the future one. No, we need to do this the other way. Right? Yeah, we need to move this. Okay, this needs to come over here. Like that. Then we go get it from the future. I can't remember. Is there a sprint button in this game? Keyboard, mouse. Jump and duck. Mouse 1, mouse 2, mouse 3. Use object E. Toggle indicators F. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay, there's no sprint button. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so now we come to the future. We get we get the future version of the box and bring it back with us. This we pop on the button. And now we can get up and use the second box. Or well, I think we'll call them box number 1 for the present and box number 2 for the future. So we've just placed down box number 2. If we pick up box number 1, box number 2 disappears, which lights up that checkbox. And then we place box number 1 on the button, and there's the second checkbox.
By now, you hopefully understand the concept of cause and effect and how cubes behave in different timelines. Now, let's move on to something more interesting.
Well, okay. So far, he's not exactly taunting us the way GLaDOS did. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. The puzzles are very interesting. Very good. Very well done so far.
And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Aperture Science proudly presents the Triple Portal Device. This marvelous device will allow you to place 3 different portals. For now, however, to introduce you to the concept of portals in different timelines, the time portals will be placed for you.
Okay. Pretty straightforward. Okay, there's a time portal over there. What do we got? Don't drink the water. Okay, so we made it across the first gap. From there. Now we've got a time portal for some reason. I'm not sure what we need the time portal for yet. Something to do with screens? Oh, look, the portals last for 20 years as well. That is interesting. Okay, that's cool. So we can't cross through that barrier in the future. Section B frames. All right, we can't cross there in the future, so we might as well do it in the present. But we might need to come back here somehow. In fact, we almost certainly do. So if we throw...
A portal placed in the present will appear on the same surface in the future.
Yeah, if we throw the orange portal over there and then go to the future, now it's on the other side of the barrier. So if I guess we can just drop down here and go through it. There we go. Now we're on the other side of the barrier here. And then we can
A
throw the
portal
blue
placed
portal.
in the future will not override its existing location in the present.
Oh, that's interesting. A portal placed in the future will not override its place in the present. So this is still back down there. It's still back down there. Oh, I just kind of ruined stuff. So we can leave the portals that we have in the present and make new ones in the future. Oh, this is gonna get mind bending. This is gonna get crazy, guys. I can already tell.
Good. Thinking in 4 dimensions means not only knowing where to place your portals, but also when.
Oh boy, that's not good. That's not good. That's gonna get tricky. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a hidden area here, but it's blocked off. There's nothing. There's a grate here. Okay. There is an arrow pointing up there. Where did we come from? There? But portals don't work on these metal surfaces, right? Yeah, they don't. Of course not. Wait. Ooh. Okay. There's something up there. How do we get that? Can we, is there a, yeah, there's a thing in here. Hold on. Let's see what this is. There's another way there. Hold on. If I had gone forward, was there a way back? Was there another path? Or was it just blocked off? Well, we had to come this way anyway, it looks like.
Please ignore that. The decay of this facility over the past
20.
years may have caused the destruction of some portal surfaces. Try to find a way around this.
Okay. So we got a portal surface there and there. We've got a blocker here. We can go through it, of course, and then see what's what. Time portal only. Okay. This one's more involved, you guys. I'm not sure. What happens if I go in this water? Oh, that's immediate death. Okay.
Please ignore that. The decay of this facility over the past
20.
years may have caused the destruction of some portal surfaces. Try to find a way around this.
Okay, so we want to get over there. And we can't... There's no place... I can't put a blue one there, right? I can't put a blue one there. There's no place from our current location where I can put another portal to get across this deadly water. This deadly, deadly water. I mean, I can do that, but that doesn't really buy us anything. Let's see what hitting the button does. Oh, that created a portal for me right here. I see. So they're not letting me create my own time portals at the moment. They're guiding me. So we can hit a button. We can hit a button there, and we can hit a button there, and we can hit a button here, and that creates a time portal. Okay. So the blue and orange are still going to be here in the. No, they're not. This is the future. So if we go to the present, there is no portal there because we created that in the future. Okay. And there's glass here, but there is a marker of where we put it. There's a marker of where we put it in case we care. Okay. So if we move one of them, the other one will still be there in the future. Or no, now we're in the present, so we'll change things. So if I put the orange one up there, now the one in the future is gone, but the one in that one we haven't changed yet, so it will be there when we get back to the future. Okay. So there's a couple different things we can do here. We can't go through this glass, so we can't get onto that surface. We really can't, okay, so we need to figure out, what do we need to figure out? How can we get across the water, right? We have no way to enter a portal here. That one will be where it is in the future if we don't change it. So if we leave that one there, and we throw that one over there, for example, what happens when we go back to the future? So now it's blocked off because that got messed up and broken, right? Yeah, there can't be a portal there. But over there can, except we can't shoot through the... Okay, now I understand. We can't shoot through the barrier, but we can here. So we do that, and then that, and now we can go through to that one. Okay. Now, we can move the time portal, right? Now what do we want to do? We want to get over there. So what happens if we go to the present? How do we get over there? What's the way to get there? Probably not from here, right? We probably want to go back and take a look at the present version of that area. So we probably need to leave the orange portal here, for example, and move the blue portal over there is probably the long-term goal. So if we leave the orange portal here, now we can get over here in the present, right? And hold on. So we're in the present, but this was busted in the future, right? So how do we get over there? Are we trying to use momentum somehow to shoot ourselves across? I don't see a way to do that. Let me bring the time portal back over here for the moment. So yeah, that's all busted up. There's no going over there in the future, but we can go there in the past or the present. Oh, this is getting real confusing real fast, guys. So if okay, let's think about this. I definitely want my exit portal over there. So now, how do I get to an entrance portal? I need an entrance portal in the present. So I need to somehow get over there now without removing that from the... Oh, wait a minute. Remember what they said? The things you change in the future don't affect the past. So I can leave the orange one there, and then I can go to the future, right? Hold on. I want the orange ones at the exit, so the blue one I'll place over there. That'll now be there in the future, right? So the blue one's there. And I can move the orange one in the future without changing it in the past. So now we go back to the present. And now if we go through this, the orange one should still... Yeah, the orange one's still over there. All right, there's the puzzle solution. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is cool. Okay. And wait, now we can't get through? Do we have to go to the future? We do have to go to the future. Okay.
Nicely done. Take note. Because time portals exist in exactly the same location in both timelines, they can only be placed on surfaces which are intact in both the present and the future.
Okay. Well, guys, there is the
This
first...
next chamber will involve the concept of momentum-based traveling through portals. You go in fast, you come out fast. Simple enough.
Okay. Guys, there's the first 7 rooms done. And I'm going to take a break here. When we come back, I think it's pretty clear what we're going to do. We're going to keep doing more puzzles through portals and time and 4 dimensions. This is a really cool mod. It's really well done. I'm really enjoying the puzzles. They're fun. So... let me know what you think in the comments below, and whether or not you want to, you think you're going to play this yourself. Everybody should have Portal 2. It's like $3 on sale half the time. But let me know what you think. I think this is great so far. I'm really enjoying it. Until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you then. Take care.